most headsets, so this is an IBIS headset here. Well, the headset is Cane Creek, but the stem is IBIS. It has little markings on it right here. If you look, zoom in on that. That says 11 newton meters. That says max. That's the max amount of torquing that you want to have on these particular bolts here. And so when you have a torque wrench, you can do that. So this side of it is newton meters.
Where am I trying to?
So right here, we're at 10.
Okay, so if you would push it up one?
Yeah, and so if you want to just adjust it, you can spin it around once. And we're at 11 newton meters right there.
Okay.
And so to use this, you want to find the particular, I think this one is maybe, I'm guessing. Okay, yeah. So, well, I come over here. I guess right there. And this fits. This is the exact size. You want to make sure that you have the right Allen size. You don't want to be under because it can round out the bolts. But yeah, you just stick it in. We're at 11 newton.
Because it's at 11, it will only tighten to that?
Yep. And so you just tighten until you hear that little click.
And then you know it's...
Yep. I have already tightened these, so they should all be good. We'll tighten this one. Yep. We're at 11.
So you go forward on the right side and back on the left side.
So we're tightened to 11 newton meters.
So there.
Yeah.
These two. And then up front?
Yes. These, I believe IBIS says these should be set to 6 newton meters. I think so this is actually, I've already done these. So this is 6 to hold the handlebars.
Okay. So that's 4 spots and then the one in the back that we just talked about?
Yes. And I did this one to 10. Any of these bearings, you want to make sure that they're torqued down. Some of these have really high torque specs, especially the crank is going to be probably in 50 to 60 newton meters. You're not going to be able to do that with a quarter.
So that's like a tighter...
Yeah, you're going to have a 3/8.
So is that in it right here?
Yeah, it's on the other side. Oh. And you'll see, IBIS does a really good job of marking this. So you see this is 54 newton meters.
Yeah. Okay. So all of those.
Yeah. We just went over using a torque wrench, but most of the time when you're on the trail, you're not going to carry a torque wrench with you. You're going to carry something like this, which is a multi-tool. It's important when you're on the trail to have one of these. I use this all the time. It has a chain breaker as well. I've changed chains on the trail. But these are super handy, but there's a danger in using these when you're tightening back up to over tighten. My dropper post is set to 5 newton meters of pressure. But if I'm on the trail and this is coming loose and I over tighten it, it will not come up. I've tightened it too tight. I have essentially cinched this down too far onto the dropper post, and it's restricted it from coming up, which is important to know. A tip: when I do this, you can either tighten stuff with it straight. You're not going to have near as much torque power when you do this, but as soon as you turn it to a 45, you've got a lot more. And if you've got really strong hands, you can easily over torque. So if you do this, there's a couple things that I do. I take my 2 middle fingers off of it, and I'm just pushing with my pinky. So when I torque, I'm either pushing with my pinky or I'm pushing with my thumb. I'm not pushing with my whole hand. This will keep you from over torquing things on your headset here, any of these bolts, your dropper post, anything like that. It's just a good rule of thumb to not over tighten stuff. You obviously want to keep it tight, but you also don't want to crush stuff and ruin stuff like your handlebars.